The Tournament of Power is upon us, and there's no better place to watch it than Verve, the official sponsors of the Super Reviews here on Geekdom 101, where you can watch Dragon Ball Super in beautiful high definition every single week, even if Crunchyroll gives you problems. Verve is a new platform from the same people who made Crunchyroll, and not just that, but there's also exclusive shows on Verve you're not going to get anywhere else, including Crunchyroll. And that includes every single episode of Yu Yu Hakusho. I'm not even kidding. Check it out, support Verve, let's get to the review. Well, ladies and gentlemen, after many episodes of build-up, and I mean many, since what, January, February, right around there, we are at long last in the World of Void as the Tournament of Power is about to begin on Dragon Ball Super. Let's talk Super Episode 96. Now, the full title for this episode is so long, I couldn't even fit it in the title to this video, so I had to cut out the beginning part, but basically it is, and this is going to be hard, if I screw this up, please forgive me. Toki waksta, uchu no meiyo kake, muno kaiye, which translates to, the time has come to the World of Void, where the universe's fate will be decided. So with last week's episode of Dragon Ball Super, we saw Frieza being a complete savage. And by the way, earlier today on Geekdom 101, I did a discussion video about what would happen if True Golden Frieza fought SS Rose Goku Black. Really fun discussion. Check that video out when you get done with the review and vote in the upper right hand corner about who you think would win between those two. But the reason why I'm bringing that up is because as of right now, Frieza's definitely with Universe 7. That was established in this episode again, but he seems to have sinister motives. Now, this episode was cut up into 3 different parts. The first act, I guess you can say, took place in the World of Void, which looked really creepy. There is a plethora of deities there, and they're all there to check out the arena. Daishinkan is there, and so all the gods from the exempt universes are there at the arena. So it's Universe 1, 5, 8, and 12. So they're all there, and the Great Priest talks about how he does not think that the arena will break. It's made from something called Kachi Kachin metal, which is a metal even stronger than the Kachin metal that we previously saw in Dragon Ball Z when they broke the Z sword, and we also see it in the Dragon Ball Super manga. No, this is a stronger metal than even that. So he's very confident this tournament arena will be sturdy enough to hold 80 super-powered warriors. That's kind of the whole thing, is that it has to be sturdy enough to hold 80 different people. So we have this really awesome scene where the gods of destruction fight each other. And I love this because we rarely get to see 2 gods of destructions duking it out. And whenever we do see it, it is a treat. So here we saw it, and it was cool. My favorite one out of the guys I saw was the Ninetales looking dude. That dude was amazing, and I love how when they're fighting, you see them glowing in that purple energy, that same one that we saw Beerus do all the way back in Battle of Gods, and really whenever Lord Beerus gets mad, he glows in purple energy. Same thing with these dudes. That is, I guess, God of Destruction Ki. I mean, it matches up with the purple energy from last week's episode that Sidra had passed on. So this is a great scene. I loved it. They leave this huge crater and like the pillar part of the arena falls apart. So even these freaking dudes are just beasts. They're animals. But it sucks for them because they really wanted Zeno to watch, but both Zenos are laying down, so they didn't get to see these guys fight. And as a result of this little sparring match, the Great Priest was able to find areas that needed improvement in this arena, so he thanks them for that. So then we have another awesome scene back at Universe 7 on Earth with Frieza arriving at Capsule Corp and meeting everybody. And surprisingly enough, yes, Yamcha is there. He's not publicly, he's hiding there behind like one of the buildings with Puar and Oolong listening to the conversation. So Vegeta and Frieza start to trash talk each other, and I totally love this because Vegeta's like, you know, that halo doesn't really suit you, and Frieza, like a complete savage, is like, you know what, maybe I should give you one. That was freaking raw, bro. Like, Frieza is very confident that he has surpassed Vegeta at the very least, and I look forward to seeing where that goes. But these guys and their interactions are already awesome. So they discuss, you know, strategy, teamwork, and whatnot. Beerus is there trying to keep the peace, but at long last, the time has come. They all hold hands and they are transported to the World of Void by the Great Priest himself. He has the ability to actually transport the entire team by himself, so he has his own version of teleportation. Now, this episode from here on out pretty much is the beginning of the, I guess you can call it, the main event of this arc, which is the Tournament of Power, Tournament of Might. They go to Universe, well, not Universe, they go to the Void, and everybody's there. We see the World of Void. They see other Hakaishin, gods of destruction there, testing the arena, helping out and whatnot. Now, we find out some very interesting stuff here from Whis. He tells Goku that there is no flying in the tournament. And it's not just flying outside of the ring. Apparently what they're saying is no Bukujutsu, which is the key energy-based flying. You can't do it. Goku even tries to do it, and you can't. The rule only applies to Bukujutsu, though, which means if you have wings or if you fly using a different method, it can still work. So, no flying in this arena. But that doesn't mean you can't jump very, very high, so we have that to look forward to as well. So Whis also reveals that the arena is calibrated to match up the gravity of the home planet of whoever steps on it. So even if you train with gravity, it doesn't necessarily mean you're going to have an advantage against somebody who hasn't. So that's pretty interesting as well. So everybody pretty much meets up with each other, and the highlights here is when we see Team Universe 6. I love this so much. I have a huge smile on my face. So we see Frost appear with Team Universe 6, and the first person he sees is Frieza. And I love how Goku goes to meet Hit, and Champa's right behind him making faces. I thought that was really, really funny. So Kabe is there, and he is so happy to see Vegeta, he calls him like Master Vegeta. And he introduces them to two more Saiyans. Of course, we know them as Caulifla and Kale. And Goku wants to shake Caulifla's hand, but she refuses, and Kale is, of course, very shy. And we have this really hilarious conversation with Frieza and Frost, right? Where they're sitting there talking, and then they both, of course, Ryusei Nakao voices both of them in the Japanese version. In the English version, it's Chris Ayres and Greg Ayres, his brother, voices Frost whenever they get to this part of the series. So it's going to be awesome to have them like talk to each other. But I love how they both do the Frieza laugh or the Frost laugh, whatever, at the same time. I love this so very much. And they're talking to each other like a couple that first met and who's about to date. Oh, so you like ruling by power too, huh? You know, and whatever. That stuff was funny, dude. So suddenly, they sense a huge key. And yes, folks, it's the Pride Troopers, Team Universe 11. Goku goes to meet Toppo, and Toppo's not too happy to see him. But suddenly, Jiren, like, appears really fast behind Goku, and he's like, go away. It's interesting because they're already kind of building the Goku versus Jiren fight. They're already building, you know, the fact that Goku has eyes for Jiren. So that was cool. So they have this scene where there are these purple bricks like flying at, well, they're not purple, but they have purple energy around them, flying at Jiren because they're constructing the final stages of the arena. Goku dodges out of the way, but Jiren just stays there and doesn't move, and they just fly through him. They fly by him. I thought that was really awesome and kind of shows that Jiren is afraid of nothing. That's kind of what they were trying to tell us here. Now, very interesting twist. So they do a roll call of all the other universes. So we're introduced to the other teams and whatnot. Couple of interesting revelations here. First of all, the guy who was in the next episode preview from Yardrat is indeed a Yardrat, and most of us assumed he was from the Universe 6 equivalent of Yardrat, but no. He is from Universe 2, and Goku recognizes him as being a member of the Yardrat race. This is very interesting to me, because now that begs the question, is this Yardratian, did he defect from Universe 7 to 2, or maybe could the Yardrats, could the alien species of Yardrat originate from Universe 2 and at some point migrate to Universe 7? There has to be a backstory here. I refuse to believe otherwise. There has to be more to it than that. So then we meet Universe 9, which I don't know if it's Universe 9 or freaking Darkstalkers. If y'all ever played that game Darkstalkers, the fighting game from Capcom, it's basically like that. You have like a Frankenstein-looking guy. You've got the Trio of Dangers. You've got like all these like semi-tributes to like classic monsters here. I thought that was cool. Then we have Universe 10, which are a bunch of freaking jabronis. You can just tell that they're goofs just looking at them. But that flying bird guy and little winged like butterfly girl, they're from Universe 10. We see, of course, the Pride Troopers, and there's new ones that we hadn't seen before, new members that we have not seen previously, like not just Toppo and, you know, Casserole, some other guys as well. We also see Universe 4, which looked like something out of Harry Potter, and they note that Universe 4 is missing 2 members, so I wonder what story that's going to go with, because the original spoiler said 80, so maybe there's 2 people hiding, maybe one's invisible or something. And then we see Universe 3, which are basically robots and cyborgs. I mean, there's way too many new characters for me to actually go through in this review. Maybe I'll do a separate video going through them, but I'm going to wait a little bit, because I think, I have a feeling that later this week, Toei is going to be unveiling the names of these characters on their website, so we're probably going to have videos about who these characters are, at least a little bit of information. I don't think they're going to put too much focus on all of them, because it seems like the main focus is going to be on, you know, Universe 6, Universe 11, Universe 7, and maybe Universe 2, who does appear here as well. So again, lots of new characters, way too much for me to talk about. It's just, you have to see the episode yourself, see what they look like. There's just way too many of them. Oh, and also I should mention that the robot universe is led by this mad scientist looking blue guy who wears like a lab coat. It looks like a lab coat and a scarf. I thought that was a nice touch. I'm going to call them Team Mega Man. So overall, this was a good episode. It was just really, it's hard for me to scale it. It's more of an introduction to the Tournament of Power type episode. You can't really sit there and compare it to last week's, which was absolutely crazy with tremendous animation, amazing fights, and shocking revelations. This week's episode was more so like just an introduction. We're about to actually get things underway next week, because if you saw this next episode preview, there is action and action aplenty on next week's episode of Dragon Ball Super, episode 97, where we are going to have a new ending song, because Boogie Back is being retired this week. So that's going to be coming up in the, you know, in about a week or so. I can't wait to see it. I cannot wait to see these fights and these fighters in action. This is just a setup. This is just an introduction. Things are going to get much more interesting as time goes by. But I loved it. I love the new character designs. I know some of them are from Toriyama, some from Toyotaro. I thought it was fine, and the World of Void is creepy. So right now, I'm giving this episode a thumbs up. Stay tuned on the channel, because tomorrow I'm going to give you my next episode preview breakdown like always, and we'll talk about it. So before we go, I want to remind you guys, check out Verve, vrv.co/geekdom. Get your free trial. They have every episode of Yu Yu Hakusho, as well as other episodes of other anime and other non-anime content. They are the official sponsors of the Geekdom 101 Super Reviews, so we want to support them. It's the same company as Crunchyroll, so it's a legal, 100% legitimate way of watching Dragon Ball Super and other shows too, so don't sleep on them. And thank you for checking out my review. I'll see you guys soon.